How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode as we are about to start the simulation for season number 3. But before we do, make sure to toe drag right around that dislike button and snipe that like button because we're going for 25 likes on this video. Also, make sure to light the lamp by hitting that subscribe button. Now, I did read some of your comments on the last episode where we had the great draft, guys. It's so nice to see some good prospects in the system again. But you guys were saying put Deline here and then put Gagne on the fourth line. So I kind of like that. It's a pretty young third line. I mean, Arturi Lehkonen here, 24. You got Deline at 21 and Besser at 22. Virtanen, then Gagne, Burmistrov. So Virtanen, that's not bad. I hope he does get to his potential, though, because that would be great. But if you guys missed it, we did sign Artemi Panarin in the offseason. So Panarin, Horvat, and Kane is now our first line with Berchi. We brought him back. He did squabble with us for a little bit. He didn't necessarily want to come back. He wanted to test the waters in free agency, but I gave him an offer for 1 year, $625, and apparently he wanted to come back for that kind of money with Marcus Granlund in the middle and then Nikolai Goldobin. And there we go. So as far as defensively, we are going to be playing Olli Juolevi with Troy Stecher this year, guys. So I'm excited to see what Juolevi can do in the NHL. He is listed as a top 6 defenseman, so I hope he does play up to, you know, what his potential is and everything. I want to see a good year from Juolevi because maybe he can hop up there with D'Angelo, and Ben Hutton seems to have capped out there. He's listed as a top 4 defenseman. Same thing with D'Angelo, but D'Angelo still has a chance to grow. And then we have Manson and Goodbranson here, 2 defensive defensemen. So we got a pretty defensive second pairing. Now Manson's listed as a 6th defenseman, so the defensive core still needs some work, guys. So that's probably what we should start targeting because we've got plenty of forwards, I think, in the system who are going to become good players for us. And then obviously, guys, our goaltending situation is set with Thatcher Demko. Man, he's even more beautiful when he's got a real portrait than just the silhouette, guys. But 85 at 23 with the medium elite potential. Now 87 is when you start to look at an elite goalie, and I think he'll hit 87 pretty damn soon, and especially on 5 more years at 5.5. I think that's a great contract. And then Jacob Markstrom here on the last year of his contract. He's got to prove it to me that he should be coming back. If not, we did sign somebody for the AHL roster who's a fringe starter potential who could potentially grow to become our backup. So that'd be kind of nice to have a relatively cheap backup and Demko on a cheaper contract so we don't get a lot of money tied up in cap space there. So let's just go ahead and use the new Sim to Regular Season button, which is a fantastic addition. I just absolutely love it being there. And we'll see how this simulation goes. I don't think I'm going to simulate the entire season. We could make it up to the trade deadline even in this video, but I'm not too sure how far I want to go, guys. But we're going to start scouting forwards for a month, and we're in this year 3 draft, and there's still plenty of prospects in the system, or being able to scout. So that's kind of nice versus previous years where they weren't always so great. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this season simulation started. And I mean, I know we're cap compliant. We've got about $3.5 million of cap space, but I don't really see us using that too much over the season. And there we go, guys. We are now at the beginning of the year, and you know, I'm just going to go slow here. We're going to slowly advance game by game, day by day here. We'll sim right up to our season opener, not our home opener. We open on the road in Anaheim. Can we get 2 points in game number 1 of the season? The Ducks are a good team. I think they've gone deep, and no, we cannot. But Artemi Panarin, how about that? 3 assists in his first game as a Vancouver Canuck. Wow, 3 points in 1 game played. I will take that. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, I keep forgetting that they're in our division. You know, it's nice that you can realign the divisions too before you start up a franchise mode now. So anyway, let's go ahead and get through game number 2, our home opener. And we fall in overtime, but we get our first point of the season. Panarin got himself another assist. So let's go ahead and knock out 2 more of these games. And okay, so it's going to be a bit weaker of a draft class. So maybe we can snag ourselves a top defensive prospect. Or maybe we can go ahead and snag ourselves anything pretty good in this draft, but it's not going to be too deep of a draft. Anyway, let's keep it going. Advance against the Florida Panthers, who are 2-0-1. Can we get our first win of the season? And we do, a 3-2 win. Panarin gets himself another point, boys. So that first line seems to be getting points for us. All right, then we're home against the Philadelphia Flyers, who are 3-2. Can we get our second win? String them together here. And we lose in a shootout, but that's another point. Panarin got his first goal of the season, and I think he got another assist. Good God. But yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this first month a little bit slower here. Just see how we're performing. I mean, we got 4 points in 4 games, which obviously isn't good enough to make the playoffs. But you know, you want to be more than point per game, and I really want us to make the playoffs this year, guys. So any suggestions as far as trades or assets or just whatever you guys think I should do to get this team over the hump and into the playoffs would be much appreciated. So, advance the day against the Tampa Bay Lightning. We get the win there. I don't think Artemi Panarin got a point there. But so far, he's still point per game, over point per game, so I will take that. We got a couple games against the Eastern Conference coming up here. Actually, a lot of Eastern Conference games to open the season here. Let's see, can we beat the New York? Wow, they are bad to start the season. Well, John Tavares left for New Jersey, and we win in a shootout. I will take the 2 points and another point for Artemi Panarin, which is awesome to see. You know, it's kind of nice to be able to go game by game and watch your players, your top player anyway, get more points for you. So that's actually pretty cool. We'll scout a defenseman in the WHL for a month, and then we're at Buffalo, and then we'll be driving up north to Toronto just after that. But Buffalo off to a slow start as well, so we need to capitalize on that. They are only 2-5, and we are not able to capitalize on it. We lose a close 4-3 game. Now let's see, against Toronto, they're 3-4, a Canadian opponent. Can we take this one? Bragging rights on the line, boys. And it is gonna be a solid 5-1 victory there, guys. And Artemi Panarin now has 10 points. I think he got a couple more goals in that game too. Awesome. So now we play the Tampa Bay Lightning again, who are not too great to start the season. And look at that, we are still in. You know what? These are the points, and I want to stay up in this top 5 of the division for the entire season. I don't really want to see us getting in that 6-7 range, because that means we're starting to be like more of a 500 team and a serious wild card. You know, that would be a great hope, but I want to be a serious playoff contender, not just a wild card contender. But here we go, boys. Playing the Tampa Bay Lightning as they have a slow start to the season, and we are not going to capitalize on it as we lose again. So an up and down start to the season, 4-3-2. Panarin now 9 games, 10 points. Okay. All right, so in the AHL, Michael Chaput injured his elbow. That's fine. I'll just best lines it. Now we play the Detroit Red Wings, who are 4-3, a similar start to us. So let's see, 2 teams on the about a 500 start for both teams. Bo Horvat injured his elbow. Estimated return November 3rd. That is not what you want to see. And as far as scratched, we have Louis Eriksson scratched and Reed Boucher. I'll just go ahead and hit best lines here, guys. And there we go. They put Dahlin here up on the second line. How's he do? He's got 4 points on that third line. So far, so good. Does the Bo Horvat injury hurt us? Yeah, it severely hurts us there, guys. Artemi Panarin still now dropped to exactly a point per game with 10 points and 10 played. And now we play the struggling Chicago Blackhawks. So time to capitalize on a team that's usually good. These are the points you need to get. When teams are struggling out of the gate, you need to get the points then. So can we beat the Chicago Blackhawks with Dahlin as our second-line center? And we do. A 5-1 win, and Panarin gets himself another point. And now we go back up against the Buffalo Sabres, who seem to be in the same position as we are. And all right, so there's some players. I got an open-door policy. Louis Eriksson wants to chat with me. He doesn't like the fact that he doesn't like to complain, but he doesn't like his ice time, and I demanded more out of him because, he's got to show me that he should be playing, but, there's really nothing he can do when he's scratched. So I guess I could send a guy like Burmistrov down and play Louis Eriksson. That's an option, too, but we'll see after this first month if Burmistrov isn't playing too well. Louis Eriksson is playing. I guess they scratched Burmistrov and put in Reed Boucher. But, yeah. So after this first month, if he's not playing well, that is Burmistrov. Let's see. We got one more game against Buffalo here. They're 5-7. We're 5-4-2. We're still above 500. And Bo Horvat is available to play in our next game, guys. So I'll hit best lines here. See what they have. They have Gagne and then, so Dahlin. Yep. Dahlin here, excuse me. Boucher, Gagne, Virtanen, and there we go. So we're still pretty good. Who do we have scratched? I think we scratched Burmistrov and Eriksson. Burmistrov, probably can send him down to the AHL or leave him up here. And then Louis Eriksson, maybe I want to put him in over a guy like Reed Boucher, but I'm not too sure about that one, guys. Sam Gagne, I could even try to move Sam Gagne. He's still listed as a third-line scoring forward. And that would kind of clear up the log jam there on the bottom line. And we lose in a shootout to Buffalo, but we get a point out of it, guys. So let's go ahead and check out how the players are playing to start. We don't really have anybody taking off as far as points. Panarin actually did slow down, but that's mostly because Bo Horvat was injured. And Bo Horvat, after missing 2 games, is still in second place on our team as far as points. And then Kane, but they're a minus line, so I don't like to see that. I know we got the two-way forward in Bo Horvat, but Panarin here with Kane as well. That's 2 snipers, not great defensively. It's not a great defensive line whatsoever. The only good defensive player is Bo Horvat. So maybe we look to shake up that line a little bit, maybe put Kane there on that second line, D'Angelo's with 8 points on that first defensive pairing. Then we got Gagne. Wow, Gagne's having himself a season. So, trade bait, boys? Question mark? I don't know. And then Marcus Granlund on that second line, a good two-way forward, getting us 9 points in 12 games, so that's pretty good for him. Arturi Lehkonen having a very good bounce-back season. Berchi, not doing quite as well as as I'd hoped to for a $6 million forward, but you guys let me know what to do on Berchi. Down in the comment section, do I keep Berchi through the season? Do I trade him away? Or do we re-sign him? Do I let him go at the end of the season? Do I trade him before the season's end? Or do I re-sign him? So there we go. Besser, 5 points. Dahlin here, 5 points. Burmistrov, 5 points. Goldobin. So who's not playing well? Louis Eriksson. He had a goal in 2 games, so good for him. Boucher probably assisted on that goal. As far as play, there we go. So let's go check out our goaltenders now. How are they performing? Wow, Markstrom is enjoying that backup role quite a bit in his 2 games here. That's great. And then as far as our number 1 goaltender, Demko, like to see a little bit better of a save percentage, goal against average over 2.5. So you'd like to see that get a little bit higher, but overall, I will accept that for his first season as our real starter. But there we go, boys. We went slowly through the first month, so let's go ahead and jump through the month of November pretty quickly, and we can see how we do. I won't be able to see individual stats. Dennis Godla, that's the guy that we signed in the minors as our potential backup goaltender of the future. And then we get, we're on a little bit of a point streak right now there we go, the points are still coming in. So we got a win against Chicago, a shootout loss, and then there goes the point streak against the Anaheim Ducks. But we bounce right, that's what I want to see, boys. I want to see us bounce back after losses. And I don't want to see us go 500, though. I want to see us string a couple together, and then I'm okay with us losing. But I don't want to lose, win, and then lose. I don't want to lose this game to the San Jose Sharks. I want to at least get a point out of it, So let's go ahead here. Forwards in the OHL for 1 month, 82 forwards. That's still a deep draft class. San Jose, yep, there's a win. Let's string a couple together, boys. Let's just get ourselves to 12 wins before the end of the month here. That's what I want to see. 12 wins before we hit 8 losses. Can we do it? We lose in a shootout. We lose there. Wow, we're losing close ones. We're winning close ones, and there we go. Never mind. They did not get to the 12 wins before the 8 losses, which is kind of upsetting. Wow, thanks, Louis Eriksson, for telling me I've made my fair share of mistakes. I know the people in the comment section have too, but I didn't expect you to side with them. They want you gone. I don't want you gone. So, oh my God, something needs to change. What an end to that month. What is that? 6 straight losses. I mean, I know 2 of them were overtime, but we had lost 4 straight in regulation and 6 if you include the shootout losses. So I don't know what to do. Artemi Panarin's still playing well on that first line, but we're not quite in the playoff position. We're not even in the wild card position, and we played quite a few more games than the other teams ahead of us in our division. So look at the Edmonton Oilers just freaking take off. Good God. So I think I might put Louis Eriksson in, just get us a little bit more scoring on that bottom line. Boucher here, how's he doing? He's got 4 goals, 1 assist. He's a -1. Yeah, so that third line seems to be playing well. Dahlin not doing too great. Maybe because Gagne seems to be having himself a great season. So, I'm going to move him up there and put Dahlin down there. And then I'm going to surround Dahlin with Louis Eriksson and Jacob Virtanen there. So I like so far what we've got on the first line. We've got snipers. We got 2 snipers surrounding a 2-way forward center. I don't know. I wish I had more of a playmaker. I mean, Panarin's acting more like a playmaker. So, I might just change his role to... I'm going to leave him in his role. I'm not actually going to mess with anybody's role. But he is really acting more like a playmaker for us. He's getting those 18 assists and 7 goals in 26 games played. But that's the kind of November I was hoping for. We need to really have a good bounce-back December for me to have any kind of confidence in this team, just to assess what this team is going to really be like. So let's go ahead and get up to January 1st here. We're 10-10-6, and RFA, yeah, that's no big deal. Eric Goodbranson injured with a sore shoulder. That does mean I need to call somebody up. He probably won't be out too long, but defensively, yeah, we need to... I think Jordan Subban, it's his time to be called up. We do need more defensive depth, I think. We got some good players of the future, but defensively right now, it's this kind of defense isn't going to cut it. I think we've actually had better defenses in the past. But yep, Subban's time to come up. I'm going to call him up, and he can go ahead and play with... he can play with Oli Uolevi. Maybe they got some chemistry down there in the minors when they were playing together. And then instead of Boucher, we're going to go ahead and put Louis Eriksson in. Hopefully he'll have a good season for us. I just like to see that $6 million go more to something than a bench warmer. As far as defensively, yeah, not looking as great anymore. Hutton and D'Angelo, I like that first pairing. Our second pairing is now Stetcher and Manson. And the third pairing, they just need to grow. It's a bunch of young guys right now. So I'd like to see us take a step forward and make the playoffs. But I really just want to see our young players grow and become successful for us, as this losing streak will not stop. And now Troy Stetcher's out with an MCL sprain. Good God. This team is absolutely ravaged right now with injuries. I got to call up another AHL level defenseman, and now our defensive depth is even worse. So, I might need to go look at the free agent market. I'm gonna bring up Pedon, and then best lines it, and we're gonna stop the simulation here. Okay, good, it didn't simulate. Boucher, yeah, I know he's probably not gonna grow too much more, and I'll play Louis Eriksson because I think Louis Eriksson's got that veteran presence that'll help us get around this corner here. And start winning some games against Toronto there, and we finally get back on the winning streak. But I'm going to go look at who's still left in free agency for me to go ahead and sign to the team, because I definitely think this team needs more defensive depth. We've got plenty of forwards and lots of talented forwards, but as far as a lot of talented or solid, oh God, never mind. There's no defenseman left. I might have waited too long. I guess there's nobody that's been holding out for a nice kind of contract. Yeah, defenseman. There's nobody out there. So that's kind of unfortunate. We can only sign at best a minor league top 2. So we're just going to have to buy our time with what we got and hope our players can stay healthy for the rest of the year. But yeah, the one position we couldn't take an injury to was defense. And that's the one position that is getting injured, guys. More so than the forward core. I know Horvat got hurt earlier in the year, but come on, boys. Let's turn it around in the month of December. Maybe we can right the ship here in... Oh, wow, there we go. And now Goodbranson's back. That's what you love to see after a 5-0 win. Goodbranson is now back. We'll go to roster moves. I'm going to send Boucher down just so we can get some playing time in the system. Padon, Burmistrov, Boucher. There we go. They're all going to go down to the AHL. It's nice that I never have to worry about what kind of cap we've got either. Let's see here. Best lines here in the NHL. Beautiful, nothing changes. Then best lines down here in the AHL. Elias Pettersson seems to be doing quite well for us. What kind of points did he get? Wow. He's got 23 points down there in the minors for us. I know now he's going to be playing with Boucher and Gaunce, so that should definitely help him out. And he's not happy he went down to the... I apologize about that. But, I think you just need to prove to me that you can play at a higher level than what he has been. And then there's 3 straight wins, guys. There we go. We're righting this ship. We fell under 500 for a brief minute. And I'm happy the team is at least getting never mind. We lose 2 games by a total of 3 goals against. I was about to say that I'm proud that we're getting points out of these games that we're losing instead of just losing the game outright and altogether. But they just decided to drop 2 against the Penguins and the Flyers. Those are 2 tough teams. But we take 1 against the Washington Capitals, which is great. The Minnesota Wild, who I think are the defending Cup champions. And to beat them in a shootout. There we go. Against Anaheim, we lose in a shootout, but there's at least a point. I want as many points as possible. I'll take more shootout and regulation or I'll take more overtime losses than I would regulation losses, but that's probably not going to happen. And Boucher got injured with a concussion. Won't be back until the 2nd of January. Good God. And a 5-0 win. So when we win, everything goes right. When we lose, the offense just isn't there. And I don't know if it's because our defense can't turn into offense. And we're 17, 15, and 7. Now, I don't know where that's good enough in the playoff, or in the playoff hunt, yeah. So we're only 2 points behind the Kings, but they're not even in a wild card position. So maybe not. This is a topsy-turvy third season. Let's see here. I just want to compare us to our division here for a quick second. As far as goals for per game, we're 3rd in the division. As far as goals against per game, we're 3rd in the division. So I don't know what it is, guys. I think we're just getting unlucky with the results right now. But something needs to change. Something needs to happen. I don't think it's more offensive depth. I think it's more defensive depth, because I got rid of some of the veterans that were stopgaps because I wanted the younger guys to play, and maybe I should have given the younger guys another year to grow. But I think the most beneficial thing for them would be to play in the NHL. Let's see. Right now we have 41 points, and the Anaheim Ducks have 46. So we're chasing 46 for the division, and we're chasing 45 the Colorado Avalanche. So we're only 4 points out of a wild card position, guys. So at January 1st, we're in the hunt. I would really like to be in that wild card position. But let's go ahead and go up to the All-Star break. And then I don't know if I want to go too much farther than that, just because I don't know how this team is going to look And I don't want to take away. And oh God, Oli Levy's now out with the concussion, and now it's time to call up Subban yet again. So oh wait, Padan maybe, or is Subban in the NHL? And wait, we only have 17 skaters in the NHL. Defenseman, yeah, no, I guess he's in the NHL there. Oh, we have Stetcher and Yul Levy are now hurt. Now I got to call up Padan yet again. Oh, this is not looking good, guys. This is not at all what I was hoping our team would look like. You know, the defensive core, I think, is really the biggest issue. We lose in a shootout, but we at least get a point against Vegas there. Against Winnipeg, we get both points against Winnipeg. Oli Levy's back to play, so now I got to send, what's-his-face back down, Padan. Oh, right. Go to roster move, send him down. I think there was something just popped in my mind as far as what I wanted to do. Oh, right. They were putting Deline there on the bottom, on the third line. And I think Gagne's having too good of a season not to put him on that line. Although, let me go ahead and check here when I hit best lines. If they switch that again. Best lines. Yeah, Deline here. How's he doing? He's got 5 goals, 6 assists. He's a minus. Yeah, I would definitely going to give Gagne the play here with Lehkonen and Besser. Yeah, that fourth line. I don't know what's wrong with this fourth line. It's a big old minus, except for Vertan in there. He's actually doing pretty good, but I'm gonna keep Gagne on that third line because Deline hasn't proven to me that he's good enough to play there. And okay, that's fine. Sautner got hurt. Louis Eriksson's upset. That's okay. No trade offers in a while. I'm not really looking to trade right now. I'm actually looking to you guys for what I should trade. And Gagne now has a sore knee, so now I have to go ahead and call somebody up from the minors. And it's gonna be Boucher. All right, so he's not happy, but he's at least getting happier. He's back to his original morale. There we go. Best lines, and then Deline. Oh, wow, so they scratched... Oh, no, Gagne's hurt. No wonder why. I was like, so they scratched Gagne. No, you idiot. He just got hurt with a sore knee. You just complained about it. All right, forwards for a month. Let's see. This is such an up and down season. We're such a 500 team, and it's kind of pissing me off because I thought we'd be better than this. At least we're getting our... God, these short-term injuries will be the death of me, guys, I swear. Let's go ahead and hit best lines. Gagne. Okay, I guess they put... I'm going to leave... Louis Eriksson scratched just because he's not helped the team out like I thought he would. And I'm going to leave Boucher in there. A 3-1 loss. And are we going to keep the... Oh, there we go. Finally, we get another win against Pittsburgh. We get a point at least. I'm not really happy with just 1 point anymore. We kind of need these 2 points. And we're 21, 17, and 10. I want to see where that puts us in the playoff hunt. So we're only 2 points out of a wild card position, guys. That's not bad at all. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead here. Let's get to the end of the month here, and yeah, these 2 games. I think the momentum is rolling right now. I don't want to lose these games or make a trade and then ruin chemistry. And we lose to the Predators, but we do beat the Winnipeg Jets. And there we go, guys. That is the end of January. We are 22, 18, and 10. So definitely looking like we're only going to be able to snag a wild card position. We are now 4 points behind the Calgary Flames, but we do have a game in hand, so you can almost consider that to be 2 points out if we get the win. And as far as the other wild card position, it is the Colorado Avalanche with 57. So we are 3 to 4 points out of the playoffs right now, guys. This team offensively seems to be doing well. We've got, actually, we've dropped down a little bit. But we've got more goals for and less goals against than we did earlier. I mean, we're the second best defensive team in the division. And, you know, I'm going to compare us not only to the division, but to the entire league now. Because I'm kind of curious to see where we are in the Vancouver Canucks. So it looks like we're in the top half of the league as far as goals against per game. And as far as goals for per game, we are in the top half of the league yet again. So we're definitely that 500 middle of the NHL team that should be a wild card. But what can I do, guys, to go ahead and maybe make a push to the... make a push to get us into the playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and here and scroll through what every team is willing to give up. And you guys let me know if you see something here that would be worth our while as far as skaters. I mean, there's a prospect. I mean, I could go for a prospect, but I feel like we're almost done trying to acquire some prospects. The Coyotes, no thank you. The Boston Bruins, more prospects again, no thank you. The Sabres really don't have anybody worth of value. Green there, he's more like a rental player. He's got 2 years left on his contract, though, so I would say that's one we'd go after, but no thank you, and not Stone, especially since his overall is so low. Yeah, no more prospects here in Carolina. Nope, nobody in Chicago. Left wing there, no, I'm kind of looking for defenseman. I mean, but he's not a bad, he's 3 years at 3.86, never mind. Stahlberg here and Abramov, no thanks. Dallas Stars don't want to give anybody away. So no defensemen. They've got Pominville though. They got Cogliano, Eakin, no thank you. Those are just more depth forwards for the bottom pairings, or the bottom lines, no thank you. None of these guys really are all that great. The Los Angeles Kings, they put Muzzin and Martinez on the block. Now these, I mean, Muzzin would be a huge acquisition, but it would take a lot, and he's already 30. I mean, he is an 85 though, but if you look at the rest of their options, nothing too great. But there we go. The LA Kings could be a possible trading partner. I mean, they've got potential in Minnesota, in Montreal. They have more potential players. He's a medium top 4 22-year-old that could be worth something, but it wouldn't be for this year to make a playoff push. PK Subban is available. Good God, he's an 88 with 3 years left at $9 million. Some more reasonable guys, though, like Matthias Ekholm here. Well, how many years he's got? He's got 3 years left on his contract, though. I don't know about that. Emelin, yeah, no, thank you. I don't know. There's some guys there. If you guys can make a case for any of these guys, please do. I'd love to hear your case for them. But, I mean, Smith here are the New York Rangers. They want to give him away. He's 30. How many years? He's got 2 years left on his contract. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I would like somebody a little bit better than that. All right, so they got Bobby Ryan, Vanek, yeah, MacArthur. Their best defenseman is Gryba. Yeah, nobody too significant here that I would want to make a trade for. The Philadelphia Flyers, Van Riemsdyk here, he's an 80 overall. That could improve it a little bit, but that would mean Joel Levy would be going back down to the minors. So you got to keep that in mind too, guys. But here you go. We'll keep looking. Sprong here, he's an 82. Wow, they only have his rights. 82, 22, medium top 6. There's another winger with some great potential that we could acquire his rights and then sign him next season. The San Jose Sharks, yeah, nobody real good. Nope, nobody in St. Louis. Tampa Bay, oh my God, Foot. I mean, there's another medium elite defenseman to partner, but that would take a while. So I don't know if you guys want me to go for the playoffs this year. I'm kind of feeling like I want to make a playoff push. But I don't really see anything out there that I would be able to acquire to help us make that playoff push. I mean, Spiza here, Lucas Spiza, we could bring him back to the Vancouver Canucks. He's on a 1-year deal. He's 80 overall, but again, he would just be replacing Olio Levy. And there we go, guys. Lucas Johnson there, medium top 4, 75, and the Winnipeg Jets, Dustin Byfuglien on the block. Now, there's a big name to go out and get, but 2 years left at 7.6. Not too sure about that. Not a ton of great contracts still out there. Dion Phaneuf, 2 years left on that awful contract. But that's it, guys. Those are all the players out there right now. So I don't know how much I really want to go acquire somebody, or how much you guys want me to go acquire somebody, because I think this team can make it. I just don't want to give up too much of the future for us to go ahead and make it right now. But wow, look at that Panarin with 56 points in 50 games played. Jeez. He has taken off for us, so that was a great free agent signing. Him, wow, he is absolutely, he's carrying the team right now. Artemi Panarin is carrying the team. Holy crap. 56 points, Jesus. And then Bo Horvat at 36, Kane at 35, D'Angelo up there at 28, but that first line went back to a plus. Second line, a little bit of a minus. Our third line, I mean, Gagne is having a tremendous season. So there you go, guys. That could be somebody with some good trade value for a playoff contender if you guys don't think I'm going to be a playoff contender. But he's having a great season for us down there on that third and fourth line. A bottom 6 forward being one of our top point getters. I will take that. But there you go, guys. That is all I have for this one. Please let me know if there are any trades I should make or any of those players look interesting to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want some more. And I will see you guys in the next one.